Greetings once again, and welcome back to the Insanity. Last time we left off, we had started working on Nixelite tiles. These awesome, amazing, oh my god, I can just run back and forth on these things. And in the last episode we also fixed a big issue with the iron plate production. And in this episode, we are going to fix a bit of an issue with the landfill production, because a while ago when we fixed, or rather changed and started providing tailings to the network to LTN, all this tailings production stopped because, as it turns out, we no longer have a sinkhole here. So isn't that just fantastic? So what we're gonna do is obviously add an overflow valve and get rid of some tailings here. So this should help a fair bit. Because the thing is that these pumps are set to insert or pump when there is more than 15k, which happens fairly often. And now I'm changing this to always prioritize this cold water slurry and the benzene production, which is amazing, by the way. Do remember that if you ever try PyBlock, get benzene, because that fluid is very easy to make out of the tailings, and it's really efficient to use as fuel. So now that that problem is out of the way, this should fix both landfill and titanium by quite a bit. We're going to go back to the Nixelite production, or actually before that we are going to our borax provider. Which should be around here. And here we're just going to add a little small fix. But a fix nonetheless, because this was missing one inserter. So there we go. This production of iron ore, copper ore, borax and quartz is a bit slow because mostly we are missing coal gas in these pipes. So I'm about to fix that. We can actually let our train stay here at the moment. And then we should focus on setting up some more train stations over here, next to the syngas production, with the idea of providing coal gas and tar. And when you set up things like this, it's also helpful to fix some signals. So here we have one station and here we have the other station. 2 stations is what we need, and that should be after the train station, obviously, the signal. Then we're gonna add another pi tank. So we want one pi tank for the tar and one for the coal gas. And then we're gonna need a couple of more pumps. and constant combinators, and patience for all the things we want to handcraft. And then we will configure these as fluid providers, which means that they should be handling a maximum train length of 2, and they should have a provide threshold of 25,000, which means that they should be able to fill up an entire wagon. Good, and they even have electricity. This is too good to be true. Now we just need to add the wires, green wire and red wire. Or rather, only green wires actually. And then we're gonna need a bunch of pipes. And I can probably remove these things. I barely even remember why I had them there, but I'm sure I had a reason. And something else I would like to fix is to increase the request amount here of sand casting to 3000. Oh, this is interesting. This should of course be less than 0, because here we are using a red wire, which means that we were, well, it doesn't mean that by itself, but we are using red wires in a way that means that they can be negative. So green wires are always positive, that's how I use them, and red wires can be negative. Now we will make a bit of pipe spaghetti, because we have been having way too clean pipe areas for way too long now, or something like that. That's not really the reason, it's just that we have a bit of a messy thingy over here, so I need the pipes. Oh, oh. It's so damn hard to see how big these things are. Okay, like that then. I always try to avoid building on resources. There we go, that's coal gas. And this then should be tar. Which we have over here. Now we do also actually want to use a bit of circuit magic on this. Because we only want to produce coal gas if we need it. And only want to produce syngas if we need it. And then one might ask, okay, what do we mean by need? And that's a good question. And in my case, I will be using, let's check to see if we have what we sort of have the least of, so that we are balancing all the things. So if we have more tar than coal gas, Or if we have more coal gas than syngas, then we will produce the next step. That's my strategy. And I will be implementing that strategy shortly. Okay, tar is filling up, coal gas is filling up. Excellent. So give me a couple of pumps. I already have 3 pumps, excellent. And this is a bit non-optimal. There's not a lot of space here, I notice. So how about we... Here I think we should always have a pump, because it's important to fill this up. Or actually, no, wait a minute. And I don't have a lot of... If I want to signal this place up, I'm going to probably need quite a bit of wires. But if I add, let's see, where can I fit this container? How about over here? Please be so kind and make me a container over here. Container, 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 container. There it is. So now it should be quite easy to connect this using a couple of wires. Perfect. And then basically this one should say that if we have coal gas less than tar, then we want to make coal gas. And then this is a very tight spot. But maybe I can actually... I don't like this bloody thing. But okay, so if I have it there, then I can use... this should work, sort of, more or less. So then I can have a pump over here. If we give that pump some fuel. And then we would like to connect this to a green wire. And then we want to say that if syngas is less than coal gas, then please make us some syngas. It's basically that simple. So now we should not be making... No, this is not right. Oh, damn it. Okay, sure. How about we do something like this then? That should work. That should connect the pipes. Now we do still need to deal with the ash. How much ash do we have? Quite a bit. No, I didn't want to search. I wanted to craft something. I can't craft something. I don't have the titanium for it. Sure, okay. Because the idea is that I would like to do something with these ashes if there is way too much ash here, but oh well. So now I think and hope or so that we should be getting some coal gas and some tar in these pipes. We probably want to scale up this production though, eventually, because this is not a lot. So I will actually add a to-do here, or rather a fix me probably. Scale up coal gas, tar and syngas. Or actually, it's just coal gas and tar that we are missing at this time. And then we will basically see after a while how this production deals with it. If we have enough or if we need to scale out more. Good. That's some issues fixed at least. Now, the big goal for this episode is to produce NIO-BI-UM. But before that, we're gonna make some improvements to the NixLit processing. Because we have a deadlock here. Because we are getting so much tailings from this sand production. And we want to deal with that. So we will be adding a couple of tanks. Rather one tank. To store a bit more tailings. Because the thing we are missing the most at the moment is sand here. And then I would very much like to move this machine one step actually. With the reasoning that this machine requires 2 ingredients and the other one on the other side requires another ingredient. Hello, you probably made this. I'm pretty sure you did. You may also have some of that. So we're going to use some more lanes here. And we are going to make NixLit grade 2 go on the right side here. Because that should be going here. And then these belts should be joining. Good. So let's clean this up just a bit. NixLit grade 2 goes there, NixLit grade 3 goes there, and please keep on inserting that. Excellent. So after a while here we should start be getting some NixLit tiles. Now let's start focusing on the NIO-BI-UM. And let's see, the NIO-BI-UM needs salt, of course. Salt requires saline water. Oh boy. not sure I have fully thought this through. Because this is a bit of a mess, because this requires so many different things, but hopefully we will figure it out. Let's start with the easy part. And the easy parts is actually sulfuric acid, because that requires iron plate and sulfur, which I have here. So something like that. Then we have some water there. And then please use a couple of long-handed inserters, at least for the time being. Might change it later, we will see. And please give me some electricity. Good, one step completed. Now it's just the rest. Okay, salt. Do we have... I know I have like a salt mine somewhere over there. Can I use this salt? I would actually be able to do that. How about providing us with saline water? Or can we... Oh, wait. I have actually thought this through, I believe. Because saline water can be drilled. Do we want to drill it? That's the question. I just need some bloody salt. Okay. I think I thought this through for a while ago while preparing this episode, but it seems like I have seemingly forgotten my plan. But why not check how the old production up here is doing? Because I'm sure we have a saline water fluid somewhere. Like here. We do seem to have quite a lot of it. And we do have space to build another train station. Could actually do it over here, maybe. So let's head over there. I apologize for not having prepared this better. And while we are in the area, we need to restock on pipes. Possibly belts too, actually. How are we dealing with inserters? Oh, we need more of those, naturally. More simple circuit boards. Sure thing. Here's some pipes. Good. Let's start with that. And then we will probably also need a pi tank, or actually 2 pi tanks. Let's make it 3. And damn it, we don't have any simple circuits. So let's just go up here where we have the simple circuit production. Well, not so much of a production at the moment, it seems. And yeah, this is the things that take the most of time. Going around gathering resources. One, two logistic train stops. Maybe make it 4. Because I think I'm going to need some other ones as well. And then to avoid getting into trouble over there below, we're just going to put up a train station over here. What are we calling these? Nothing, it seems. So this is old center west. And this one is no longer used. Because that's the old organic solvent that we only wanted to change to move once. So this is saline water provider. And then we need to set up a PyTank. We're also going to need a couple of constant combinators and wires. And pumps. And electricity. And you know the drill. So this is train length 2 and provide threshold 25,000 because we are dealing with fluid here. And then we want to fill the trains to the max. Okay, here we have what looks like a saline water pipe. And it is. So let's move that over here. And actually add a pump to prioritize it. Good, that should take care of that problem. Now, while we are in the area, and while I remember it, there's something else we need as well, namely urea. And I believe I would like to start using another recipe as well for this. Because we do have a lot of wastewater, so we're gonna need an evaporator. Only question is, where do we have it? Because our fish way down here somewhere are producing wastewater. And this is something we can export. No, we don't want to export the wastewater, but we want to use the wastewater and produce something out of it. So when we have too much wastewater, which is pretty much probably all the time, or actually we kind of want to use something that is a bit more generous, because we have this setup where we flush the wastewater if we have too much of it. So what we want to do is to use a pump. This is the easiest setup for this. Oh boy, you should not be starting to make stuff now. So if we have more than a lot wastewater, you can handle 40k. So let's say that if it is more than 35k, yeah, then please flush it. And then let's actually skip this overflow valve and just produce it. Do we have an item provider here? We do actually. So we can just plug ourselves into the sulfur and deal with the evaporation. So we fought. So we want to make urea out of wastewater. And we want to have some electricity as well, as always. And then we want a fast inserter. And this should be getting us quite a bit of urea. And I need more belts. There we go. This should take care of the urea. Now we would like to have a sulfur on the right side of the belt. And that means that we have the other thing on the other side of the belt, the urea. And then of course we should be filtering so we don't have too much urea. So let's say like 3000 or something. Should be good enough. Great. Now where's our train? Oh, damn it, I put it all the way up there. Speaking about things that takes time. Or didn't I? Yeah, okay, it is up there. Do, 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 do. Thank you, train. Finally. Now it might be a bit risky to just go backwards. I think this is set up correctly. Great. Then how about we continue down here again? Or rather, first we refuel on inserters and belts and stuff. I think we have belts here somewhere. There it is. Thank you. And then simple circuit boards. Possibly even some duralumin. Iron maybe? only bad thing about sending a bunch of things to the same warehouse is that it's not sorted at all. But I'm okay with that, actually. Great. Moving on. Come on, why are you stopping? We need more signals, essentially. I have a signal there. And what's the problem? Oh, well. So, this means that we should be able to request some saline water. That's a regular train stop. I don't want that. Saline water requester. I could maybe have done the conversion to salt somewhere else as well, but that's too late now. Because the fun thing is that salt and saline water can be converted back and forth all the time, it seems. Constant combinator, green wire. String length of 2 and saline water minus 25,000. Excellent. Okay, moving on. So we do need some salt. So let's check exactly how we get that. We need to use an evaporator. And I need steel. Damn it. Sometimes I'm getting tired of myself. But very well. Oh, we do have some seaweed here in our trash slots, actually. That can be useful for later. So, steel. Thank you. We have iron already, we have copper. We have a bit of tin, but now we have more tin. Let's get some lead as well, because we use a lot of lead when creating the fuel things. The fluid containers, they use a lot of lead. Okay. Handcrafting a bunch of inserters when we are on the way. And then we needed the evaporator thing. Excellent. And we're definitely going to need a lot more electric poles as well. So this one can be moved a little bit closer, I guess. And then let's see where to put the evaporator. Probably close to here. Salt. Salt using saline water. Perfect. Thank you very much. So salt needs to go over here. We're going to need a couple of more underground belts sooner or later. And this also uses fluid. Which means that we need to take that into consideration. Then we're gonna need long-handed inserters. And then connect the sulfuric acid. Good, sodium bisulfate and hydrogen chloride. And the tricky thing here is that sodium bisulfate should actually not be used in this area. But I'm going to produce it anyway. Well, sodium bisulfate will be used here, but not this sodium sulfate. But that can be used to increase the amount of starch that we're getting for the drilling fluid. So my idea here is that I would like to export this. Okay, that's the sodium bisulfate. Then we need the salt here as well. Which we can get like this. Perfect. That produces sodium sulfate and some more hydrogen chloride. Oh, apparently I need to put it where the inserter actually gets some coverage. And then I'm not quite sure where exactly to put these items just yet. So let's start with putting them into a chest. Or a container rather, because chests are small. And then let's see, this is where the sort of fun begins. Niobium ore. And if I'm not mistaken, I did move some niobium ore here. There it is. And again, this niobium ore is not something that we're going to need all the time. At least not yet. So I'm not worried about this niobium ore running out. That's kind of the point of it. And besides, we do have a lot more niobium ore in our old base. Okay, and that's some steps. Now please move these machines closer. See, we're starting to get some Nixlit tiles, tiles, actually. So, niobium powder should go into this. And here we also get some extra stone, and I'm going to need more splitters because We're going to have other side products here as well. So putting the stone to the left, the other things to the right. That's the right way to go. Haha. Right, niobium dust should go into this thing. Which should make us niobium concentrate and sand. And I'm going to need more electric poles. And here we have some gravel. Let's, well, don't we? Yes, we do. I don't want that gravel. Please move away this gravel. There we have that stuff. Thank you. So here we get some niobium concentrate, which possibly is used in this thing. It is. And this one is a bit of an annoying one because here we also use a number of other things. So I'm going to need a bit of more space for this. Because here I want to use a setup like this for the fluids. And actually, let's see. If I do like this, then I will not have any place for the items. So we're gonna do it like this. So the items can come here on this belt, go over here and go into this and go into this machine, please. And then we need to just get the niobium complex out. So hydrogen chloride, we should have that here somewhere. Here we have it. That's the hydrogen chloride. And it seems like I forgot to add an inserter here. And wait a minute, this is getting us some sand as well. And we finally have, oh, inserter capacity bonus step 2. That's amazing. Now these inserters will be able to take out 2 items at a time, which is absolutely fantastic, if I may say so myself. Thank you very much, inserters. Okay, and then we need the organic solvent thingy, which is over here. And I think I see a spot here where we can pull it through without causing too much of a spaghetti. As if there even is any such thing as too much spaghetti. Ha! You can never have too much spaghetti, not in this game. Or maybe I misunderstood something, I don't know. Niobium complex, great. Now where do you want to go? I think this is probably this urea to ammonia, exactly, and this is saline water to salt, which we have somewhere else. And this is niobium oxide. Okay, so this is where we need the urea. Sure thing. Do we have any urea here yet? I don't think we do. So we're gonna request that. I think I remembered to provide it at least. Didn't I? Yes, exactly. The urea is on its way. Well, as soon as we're finished loading up the sulfur that is, which is also heading in this direction. Thank you. And then we're gonna need a belt, of course. And actually I'm going to need a number of belts because I'm running out of belts. So please make me some urea, or move me some urea. See, I told you I needed more underground belts. Although I would have needed less if I would be so smart and just move it on top of everything else. Which I apparently didn't do. Very well. So the urea needs to go into this thing, which is a fluid. Let's give it some more space. So this is ammonia. And the ammonia should be combined with the niobium oxide, go into this machine, and then it's just one step left. Isn't that fantastic? And let's see. Yes, here we can do this little approach. Niobium complex and ammonia. Where's my urea? Have we gotten a delivery yet? Yes, it's currently unloading, so it's on its way. Fantastic! So that should provide us with the ammonia shortly. And then it's just one step left. That's absolutely amazing, actually, I would say. Salt, niobium oxide, and hot air. Okay. So niobium oxide should be fairly easy. And this actually only uses one fluid. That's pretty nice. And how much of that item do you need? You need 6 niobium oxide. And you produce 5 niobium plates. Okay. And then I'm thinking that I would like to have salt on this belt, niobium oxide over here, and then we can use this approach actually. Ugh. Of course, we are still stuck with small power poles. So we just need salt and hot air. Where can we get some hot air, please? We can get hot air from over here. There we go, nice straight line. And salt. Salt, salt, salt. And then side products. Oh boy, salt is way over here. Sure thing. Underground belts, more belts. How much further? We need it all the way over here. Oh my god. And then it's just one step left, and that is to actually export it. Because this will be used in the mall, so I would like it to be exported. And it's much more efficient to build rails while being inside a train, so I will go get my train later on. Do I have a logistic train stop? I do. And right, you need to go in this direction. Rail signal, chain signal, all the signals, signal all the things. And a signal over here. And a signal over here. Thank you so kindly. Do I have a warehouse? I do not. Very well. At least I have NIO-BI plates. That's pretty awesome. I have been looking forward to these very much. Mainly because of this reason. Oh, yes, finally. Please give me electric power poles, big electric poles. Yes, oh my god. Fantastic. Okay. So we're not quite done here yet. Oh, I love these. Okay, let's see. Gravel, sand, and stone. I'm thinking that this can probably, hopefully, sort of. Uh-oh. Seems like that electricity problem that we have been looking forward to has finally arrived. So stone, that can actually go up here. So that's one side product taken care of. Gravel can maybe possibly go. Yeah, it can actually. That can go directly over here. And I just realized that I haven't been saving enough space for this. I hope I get to robots that can help me deal with this and scale things. This was pretty stupid to not prepare more space for this, but oh well. So sand, let's see, where do we have sand? Here we have sand. And there we go. That should be all the side products taken care of. So let's go and fix these little issues. First of all, we need to export the things. So I'm going up to my mall because I believe that should have some warehouses for me. Whew, finally NIO-BI-UM. This is nice. I'm actually going to take most of these things. Thank you very much. I mean, when we have a mall, we might as well use it. Then we're going to fix some more machines over here so that we, for example, make engine units. Should be making filter inserters as well, probably. We haven't requested the things we need for that. And of course, a lot of the iron is getting stuck here. Sure. At least this mall should be working a bit faster now because of the increased speed. So filter inserters. And I haven't set up anything for construction bots yet. Construction Pinobot. And then we also want to have construction Pinobot. There we go. Then we also want to produce assembling machines and, most importantly, roboports. And then we also, of course, need to place a couple of these. I am working on fixing robots to do these kind of things for us. So please give me an assembling machine. And please, let's see, what else? Radars can actually be useful. And big electric power poles, now that we can finally make them. Good. So let's see. Oh, something is not connected to a wire. So assembling machine. radar and big electric pole. And Roboport. There we go. Now we just need to make sure that we're actually also requesting all these things, which we do in our little request thingy over here. So let's request radars, 5 of them maybe. Filter inserters would be useful. Actually, we don't want the old inserters anymore. We want the filter inserters. So something like this. Maybe. I think. That should be helpful. Now let's go get some NIO-BI-UM plates, because we haven't fixed the providing mechanism just yet. And then we need to finish this rails construction area so that the trains can actually go there and that they can go back. Ooh. And that's not here. Let's go move on. And it seems like this crossing is not fully blueprinted. Now, how great it would be if we had like 100 robots that could do this for us. But as we don't have that, we just have to fix things ourselves for the moment. That's some signaling set up as well. Now let's set up that warehouse. And I have a feeling that we probably want to make it a multi-provider. And I think this is an excellent time to start using big electric poles. Isn't that much nicer? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's move some things over here. And for that, we need more belts. As always. Can we maybe move this one a bit? Ah, damn it. And some fast inserters. And then, of course, the most important part, limiting NIO-BI-UM plate less than 2000 or something. Great. Let's see how much. Oh, 654 Nixley tiles. I think it's about time we start making some here. I mean, this is just absolutely insane. Oops. Okay, maybe this isn't the best place to have them at, but oh, I'm so going to fill up the entire everything with this. We're missing gravel for some reason. Because we need to have more stone to make the gravel, it seems. Oh, we have 98 of those. Sure. That's good. And we can actually start moving a couple of them manually. How much Nixlith plates do we have? And also speaking of Nixlith plates, I think I probably want to limit this Nixlith plate. So say like if we have less than 3000 Nixlith plates. How are we doing with tar? We still have lots of tar there, which is great. Now, where do we have that? It's over here. Because what we're just going to do now is to set up a recipe for improved starch. Thank you so kindly. So I'm guessing that's another solid separator in that case. And we can even make one. Thanks to the seaweed, I guess, that we have. So using this improved recipe, we should be getting a lot more starch. As soon as we get some Galesias, of course, over here. Because those are still important. Actually, let's change stuff here a bit. And use a long inserter instead. Oh boy, still not done with this crafting. How are we doing with the drilling fluid, by the way? We can actually remove this pie tank because that's not very useful at all. And I bet we can remove these because these are, we don't have the borax production over here. Then we can also remove this pie tank. There we go. So we have 18k drilling fluid here. We do want to have more. but we're missing starch, which should hopefully be improved as soon as we get the next Galesias delivery. So now we can add this as well, and this one will be used after the other one. Okay, sure. Just a little tiny bit more spaghetti. And another power pole. And there we go. That should help things. And that's about it for this episode. I think maybe we just want to add a little check here to see that if we have some sodium sulfate in this container, then we don't want to move this belt. So sodium sulfate equals to 0. Then we should move this belt. Perfect. I think this will work. Thank you very much for watching. We'll figure out what to do next time. Probably some more improvements or something. So thanks for watching. See you next time.